helpful overall.
I mean, many people have started using Shen jungle once again. Shen support once again. It is good, but I think I'll talk about him a little bit later as we are going into CS right now. So the bans and picks for the Manila Eagles and the KL Hunters have already started to begin. Now, the first ban is indeed Yorick. Pretty standard here. I think they just don't want KL Hunters to be able to use Yorick because we do know monkeys taking usually the early blue buff, sustaining in top lane with huge amounts of damage being dished out there as well as sustain because he can keep throwing out his ghouls. So yeah.
I mean, they've seen KLH have played in the previous 2 weeks, you know, how the strategy has been the Yorick, Carters and Vayne combination. So taking out Yorick definitely shut down the late game Vayne in terms of the survivability. Even if she gets burst down instantly, it's fine. She'll just revive and do shot more damage. And if she has Guardian Angel, it'll be the same thing as well. So we're going to see how well this plays off for both sides. And you're going to see something exciting happen. We can see KLH, of course, banning Rengar, one of the favorite picks out there currently. Even though he has been nerfed once, it's not enough. He's going to get nerfed once more. So we're going to see how well this plays off, because Rengar is really just a strong champion overall. He deal damage without damage items, sustain with not many items at all.
He has huge amounts of sustains because when you're having the Spirit Visage up there, your Q is now healed all the way more, and I mean, you can sustain so much. You get a Sunfire Cape, you are so tanky, you can instantly jump on the AD squishies or AP squishies, and nobody wants to deal with that huge amounts of punishment.
Yes. Because if Rengar, if he just gets 2 kills in the beginning, he snowballs
so
just
strong.
Squishes everyone after that. No problem at all.
I mean, for those of y'all who are playing solo queue and want to excel and make sure like you get a win, I would say go for Rengar. You can either do top Rengar or jungle Rengar. They're both very, very, very strong.
Yes.
And you start off with getting Ionian Boots. Yes, I said Ionian Boots. Because of the cooldown reduction, it helps so much. Immediately move into a Kindle Gem and build up into a Spirit Visage. At the same time, if you are getting lots of kills, get a Bone Tooth Necklace. If not, go straight away into a Sunfire Cape.
It's like that. Yes, that is more of a cooldown reduction / tanky for your team. But for those high bursts, you see them go for Brutalizer and Lantern.
Yep.
So really, it depends on your style and build, on what you really like for playing Rengar. Because Rengar just allows you to decide which one you want. And still, AP Rengar is still very viable out there.
Oh yes, AP Rengar is hugely viable out there. I mean, for me, when I take my masteries, I go actually for Magic Pen instead of going for Armor Pen. Simply because my W is just ridiculous.
Especially clearing the cube ways as well.
Yeah, in Raws.
Let's move on from Rengar, since you already asked. We did spend too much time explaining on to it. You do see Zyra being hurt, but for the bans, you can see Maokai being taken out, as well as Orianna. Well, I suppose we've seen that coming, as well as Shen and Twisted Fate, very common as well. But we did see that Evelyn is not banned out. I suppose they think that both teams are not going to excel or know how to use Evelyn that well, or maybe they found a way how to counter Evelyn. Yeah, so that's why they're not going to worry about it. So, but however, they did give the first pick of Ezreal to MLE right there, and you can see Ezreal is just that favorite pick out there.
I think many people would actually start making the call that there's going to be Vayne picked up on the side of KL Hunters.
We shall see. So on the counter side, it is going to be Zyra support, as well as Jace is going to be, well, high poke composition overall just by those 2 picks. Zyra does have quite a far range poke for the Q and E, and we see for Snoy right now going to take on Lee Sin. Most probably going to be top Lee Sin, I believe. I remember MLE playing quite a good Lee Sin at the top lane, but no going to switch on to Skarner.
It looks like Skarner is being one of the more favorite picks out there now. Skarner and Sona, lots and lots of CC. That also means that it's going to be a quite an easily shut down lane at bottom. Once Garena reaches 6, he could, do a flash impale straight away, picking up whoever's in the bottom lane. If Zyra is there, Zyra will be so squishy, she will be brought down.
Yeah, but at the same time, if the wards are well placed, Zyra does have the ability to stop Skarner from getting close at all. Just throwing the ulti or just throwing the roots will stop Skarner in their tracks. And we see there's the Sona and Ezreal. See, this is what we say. This is the high sustain, high poke composition, and at the same time, you'll be able to land easy kills with the power cord from Sona, Hymn of Valor, and Ezreal jumping in with his Mystic Shots and Arcane Shift. It's like free kills all over the place. And here we're going to see Corki being picked up, not Vayne, because Corki, in a sense, in terms of overall burst damage, if the trade does happen, if Ezreal chooses to jump in, Corki will win out because his Phosphorus Bomb just does that much more burst damage.
Yeah, the burst
and
damage is huge.
And the skill shots for Ezreal is much easier to dodge at the same time.
Yes.
So this is how it's normally being played out. Ezreal will be fighting against Corki most of the time. We have seen it, and normally, if in terms of one-on-one trade early stage, without considering supports, we're going to see the AD carries fight. Corki will win.
I mean, it's quite interesting to see that Cassiopeia might be picked up. We haven't seen Cassiopeia much at all. And it's actually going to be pretty interesting to see if indeed it is a Zyra support or a Zyra mid.
I think, based on the lineup, I would say that it's going to be Zyra support, I would say.
Well, we'll find out with the last one, but looks like, it's not going to be Cassiopeia. It's in fact going to be Diana, but it hasn't been fully locked.
Yeah, I mean, Cassiopeia is not going to be a good pick overall, in my opinion. And we can see again, MLE once again, going to try out Nidalee instead. Going to try out the dual push strategy, which worked out for them the early game.
But they couldn't carry forth into the late game.
And mid lane is going to be Vladimir out there, and Vladimir in the mid is really very strong against a lot of champions, and one of the counter against it, a lot of people say will be Cassiopeia.
Yeah.
Because when they do trade hits, Cassiopeia will win out with the Twin Fangs cooldown reduction after landing the poison, as Vladimir does have quite the short range in overall.
But even when Vladimir does use his Sanguine Pool, the poison still ticks away. But it's going to be an instant lock Lux.
Yes, and we do see because I knew that Zyra was going to be support because I still see Gonans. They're going to try out their poke and also teleport strategy overall, and we see Lux right there with teleport and flash. So definitely Zyra.
I like KL Hunter's high mobility. Now we can open acceleration gate out there. We have a lot of gap closes, a lot of lockdowns that we have. The binding from Lux, the ensnare from Zyra out there. So I like that quite a bit. On the side of Manila Eagles, now we do have Skarner coming in with the Impale Nidalee, who will be able to dominate top and basically escape so long as she's close to bushes.
We will see how it happens because pre-6 against Jace Nidalee might not dominate top, but we'll have to choose to sustain instead. But if Monkeys does push out a bit too far, then Skarner, if he's hiding, then it will become a terrible situation. So we're going to see how well this two team performs. You can see right there, Ipions is stretching and Hagane and Jaeyoung is just joking around, dancing, apparently relaxing. We did not see them waving their hands just now.
I think they just want to relax themselves out just a little bit just before they go into things. But actually, I want to see what, since many people have been asking about Zyra support, let's just look at the runes and masteries that Zyra is using so that we can have a little bit of to see what's going on there.
And there goes the Slither bug, and after refreshing, it's fine. And here we see actually, it is a support build.
It is a support build.
Instead, just more aggressive, not opting for any GP10s. Okay,
GP10
as well.
10, sorry.
If you ask me, I'll say GP5. I'll just say it's gold plus 5. GP10 is gold per 10. So both, to me, is the same thing. But everyone just wants to use GP10 now because they think it's a more correct phase. So let's just use GP10.
Let's use GP10. That is.
Yeah, it's fine. So we see, going to be a bit tanky with flat armor, as well as going for more damage, so to speak, as Zyra. As Zyra, just with this additional of just this little more damage, actually makes a lot of difference.
It makes a huge difference.
And we just take a look, moving on to the masteries, we see going to be a bit different. Yeah, as we saw the runes, she's going to go and trade hits, going to dive in a bit closer. So instead of opting for the normal 0-9-21, it's actually going to be 11-19. Where we see taking the magic resist, the flat then the armor increase, as well as the HP, durability, HP, extra HP right there, 11 points used here. And for here 19, actually taking Sage.
Yep.
What? I have no idea. Is this? I have never seen anyone so far picking up Sage.
Well, not in GPL, but it does work for certain supports. For instance, if you do take Zillion, it's just an added boost to his passive, where he just levels up even faster sometimes than the AD carries. And I mean, it's a huge thing to help out because this is how the difference between AP and AD actually is. AD carries require gold to transition into items, therefore increasing damage. For AP carries, they require level more than money because they actually scale better with levels than with money. So that is why we see in mid games and in early games, the moment somebody hits 6 where they have enough points put into their skills, they become really dominant. As compared to the AD, even when they are 6, it doesn't matter if you don't have a BF sword, if you don't have Infinity Edge or anything at that point. So in terms of an AP support here like Zyra, it is very key that she stays high enough in levels to make the lane work because she does not have goal generation quintessences.
So this way we'll see how well that plays off. For being aggressive, being able to diving for the kills. Feel Corki and Zyra with the overall burst we've seen the runes and masteries is going to be able to take down Sona quite easily, I would say, and quite quick before anything happens. So it's going to be interesting match to play overall. So we're just going to see how this plays out for both sides, I would say. Yep. So right now, we would say that KLH does have an advantage in terms of the mid lane because not support, but Lux does have teleport. So if they do land the ganks well enough, the teleportation is used overall. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. I would say that in terms of late game, it will go in the favor of Kuala Lumpur Hunters because for one, Jace can split push, and Lux has teleport to do crazy things. Now, but on the other hand, Nidalee and Vladimir at very late games are very, very strong.
Yes, as well.
Especially when he has Zonya.
But the problem is, even before the fight occurs, with the poking from Jace, Lux, and Corki, but together with a bit of Zyra, the root lands at the max range suddenly is going to cause havoc.
They can use Lee as well, the resonating strike. You know, they move
so in terms of overall poking ability, when it reaches the end, KLH does have the advantage. In terms of early engagements right now, I would say the Sona ultimate with the Skarner ultimate, it is in the favor of Manila Eagles, as you saw yesterday. So you guys going to see how fast KLH just gets the QSS and shuts down this Skarner or maybe Sona ulti overall in this game.
We'll find out right now as we move into game. This is the Manila Eagles versus Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Let's
go, KLH. Boleh. We'll see them dominate. We're going to see how well this is going to happen. Yesterday, MLE, they do a count. Let me see. Was it a counter jungle against
SGS?
Yes, it was. They invaded.
Got the first kill against Singapore Sentinels.
So let's just see how is it going to be. They're going to play safe. They're going to be more aggressive this time. We see all of them moving in. It's most probably going to be another counter jungling as Lee Sin does start onto raid. We see them moving into WoW. Not just moving in separately like a boss. We see them planting the ward already at the waves. The pings are going down. I think Corki did see it. I'm not so sure. They were just pinging onto the
They do see each other. They know that they're playing around there now. This could... Golan's getting a little bit poked out here. So I don't know. They know that they're waiting in the bush there. The wards are being placed down. So they do see each other. They do know that they are there. But Manila Eagles looks like they will be backing off. Now the pings are still going off across the map. They want to know what's happening there. For the fact that they know that they could have been there possibly, it's interesting to note that the Kuala Lumpur Hunters have just watered their blue and the Manila Eagles now are going to their red. They want to secure it. They don't want to do any ridiculous things out there. So yeah.
So I believe they will actually go for KLH blue instead because they do have the ward right there and see peons they're going to get spotted right now. See, they see this whole team right there and they know that okay, we're just going to take each other's blue. It's going to be a safe thing because of all the wards right there. And here we see with KLH ward right here, it's going to spot them very soon as well and see as they approach and see it as well. So they're just going to steal each other's blue, no problem. No huge engagements going on, but just taking each other's buffs. It's just going to be interesting to see what they take off after that. Are they going to fully clear the bull or they're going to leave the two small minions right there and get the timer?
I think they should leave the small minions out there just to punish them a little bit more. And indeed, that's what Epions is doing. Now, let's just check out what Skarner is doing.
Spirit overall,
so it does go to the favor of KL Hunters, actually.
I wouldn't say so, because if it does come to the blue fight, I would say at that point of time, it might be in the favor.
Oh, but look, this is what's happening, Goldens. Everybody's now moving in. They want to try to get Skarner out here.
Oh, the binding lands!
It
lands over the wall right now, and they're going to chase on to Misery, proccing the passive right there, and we're going to see what happens.
Nope. The binding is back up again, but opting not to go for it instead. Oh, but Jail now, he has to turn around and go back into lane. So Skarner got punished a little bit there, and Monkey is being poked. I like how Nidalee is just hiding within the bush, just slowly attacking them on the normal side with things.
So right now, everything in terms of the early farm, because they did move into lane earlier, is in the favor of MLE, just by a few bit. But if if they continue to just slowly farm up, not missing any CS, it will slowly transition when it comes to lane. Here it will be in the favor of MLE. Here we see right now, as we mentioned, trading hits right there. Sona poked two champions at the same time, the Hymn of Valor. But Zyra only poked onto the support, which is Rabenga right there. They did trade a few hits, but in terms of overall health, which is lower, it is in the favor of MLE. So this is why Sona is just that favorite pick against most matchups as well. And with Ezreal, high poke and increase of damage overall for Ezreal when the Hymn of Valor is up and ready. So we see
the court does go off.
A
little bit of damage, but look at how much Jaeyoung got back in return. Now the power cord did manage to land onto him, and the creep wave is pushing further away here. In the mid lane, it's an interesting thing. Now Golden's can bring up his shield, but at the same time Vladimir can lifesteal some back to him. Yep. But the thing is, the shield actually takes a longer cooldown than the transfuse from Vladimir. So if this continues to happen back and forth, Lux will actually tend to lose out. And that's why she has the teleport up to, possibly get some extra experience from the other lanes. Now, Skarner is very close. Skarner is counter jungling, taking the race, could possibly moving in, and indeed it is moving in to Golden's. The Q does start to go off, but indeed the shield is going to assist Golden's out there from receiving reduced amounts of damage. So yeah.
So here we see, BYY actually not taking the plant as quickly as I had hoped for, just taking one hit right there, trading a bit. But here we see, right now we can see the pokes all going on. They're going to rush on to Remenga right now. All the damage is going off, and you see, this is why Zyra went for the AP. She has 20 AP right now, and at the same time with Corki, the burst amount of damage is very high. And you see here right now, fight going on the back.
Just barely missing. A little bit now. This is once again, I like Hagane. Hagane is landing his binds like almost every single time. Managing to catch people out, but if he continues to throw his plants in that sort of manner, now VYY will start being able to start pick it off and get it for gold.
Definitely, but I think it's fine for the early, in terms of the early stage right now. We can see right now Zyra still has more mana in comparison to Rebenga, because Rebenga has been forced to heal himself up as well as Ezreal as they keep getting caught by the bias. I think they do not want to get caught, they just want to try to trade the hits, but it didn't work out so much into their favor right now, and they're being forced to move back slowly. Right now, as you can see, they were so aggressive in the early stages, but now because Sona has run out of that mana,
they can't be as aggressive.
That's what's happening. Definitely. He's gonna wait. Oh, wow, there's a good dodge by VYY, actually using the Arcane Shift to dodge the Phosphorus Bomb right there. Oh, that's like, I know you're gonna do it. He just jumped out. Very quick response right there.
Indeed, if you look at the AP champions, we do see Vladimir with the Cage's lucky pick very, very quickly on, and immediately Lux following up with the Chalice of Harmony. So I think that's a great pick of items for both of them, simply because Lux can sustain further in lane. We having a Chalice of Harmony, but look at the bottom here. The flash is forced to be called up by Hagane. Looks like Hagane will be dropped down to the first blood, but not so bad because Remenga did get it. So if it did go to the AD carry, it would be significantly better. But for the fact that it was in fact Remenga that did get it, so looks like Remenga will be able to go back and immediately get here her Philosopher's Stone to assist them out. Oh, also Teddy, could you do the switching of champions?
Totally forgot about it.
Yep, so Kaigo is being hit a little bit there by Lux, just being punished a little bit for coming too far close so that he can land his Tides of Blitz to every single person there. And Jaeyoung now here still getting poked across, forced to Valkyrie out of things because he doesn't want that much damage being taken. And this is what happens when you have a non-sustained support. As much as you can be driven back, you can't actually turn back and engage on something. Now, FPS is actually slightly further away, and Monkeys is continuously going now for Snowy. In fact, burning his flash out there, bringing Snowy really, really low.
Burning his Ignite, not flash. I thought you were talking about Nidalee, but I didn't see any flash going off.
No,
sorry to crack you. I'm like,
but Lee said that possibly go for something. Now we do see Lux walking in as well. Is this going to be a counter jungle load? In fact, they just went there, they just placed the ward down. It's interesting, Epion's just cleared off the small little lizard at the blue. So the blue buff is going to be starved out a little bit further.
Okay, I believe that they thought that, normally we see most people right now, they just clear the blue because they want to see the blue timer, but instead that, Skarner has just been showing his presence over in the mid at the bot lane. He did not really go to his blue to check
it out, and when Epion went there and cleared it off, it was a little bit shocked because now when Skarner goes there, it's wondering, wait, what happened to my blue? Like, why isn't it spawning yet? And in fact, the blue will be spawning in about maybe 4 minutes time or so. So it's great that KL Hunters now has this timer in their advantage, and they can move in for the counter jungle if need.
And both blue spawning time will be like have a 1 minute difference, so they won't need to be afraid that if they go for the counter jungling and taking the opponent's blue, that their blue will be taken back at the same time. So this is going to be very good timing overall, and we're going to see how well this turns out overall.
I mean, in this game, you see, I'm supporting the Manila Eagles, and look at this
the trade going on. But you can see with the
Not so great.
no, the Phage proccing all over the place right there, slowing down, Jaeyoung take a massive amount of hits. But here we can see Monkey. Oh, here we see a Scarlet game. Oh, there goes the grab as we mentioned. If it goes off, this is gonna be
going for VYY now.
Yes, it's gonna be a good choice actually, but it doesn't manage to get enough damage. Here we see Lux coming in. Yes, very clutch play right there. The flash almost taking out Zyra right there.
I like the shield going off.
We see Jaeyoung being a bit aggressive right. They're gonna try to poke them off.
They have the ward.
There. I mean, yes. But I was waiting for the Lux bind to be up and it wasn't ready in time, so they're gonna be forced to fall off right there.
She couldn't land the second bind out there. When she immediately came out, she landed the first bind. And I thought was really clutch. If you were paying attention, the immediate shield went off onto Zyra to make sure that Zyra stayed alive. And Zyra was at a very, very small sliver of health. Keeping her alive was a great thing because they were denied a kill and they got a kill in return. As well as now we see that Vladimir is walking downwards. Epion is in the jungle as well. They're trying to go in VYY.
Gonna move on. What actually happening at the bottom? Actually, here we see. Oh wow! Oh, that.
Wow. It was just by a little bit off, and it looks like Epions will be caught out here, and there's nothing else that can be done for Epions. I'm not sure why they decided to dive though. I don't think so. They knew that everybody was coming to the party at bottom.
No, I think they knew, but I think they just wanted to give the immediate goal onto Goldens once again. Maybe in the mid lane he will fare off much better against Vladimir in terms of trading, as well as we want to really push down the bottom lane after that.
Yeah, I mean that definitely could have been it. I mean they could have even transitioned that to a very early dragon if they wanted to do so. I wouldn't really call it really early because it is 10 minutes into it. I mean, look at this combination. The snare into the vines by Zyra, and then immediately one phosphorus bomb and the whole back creep wave is decimated. So very fast pushing there. They want to try to take advantage of this since Corki and all did move back. And Kaigo and Golan's continuously trading off here.
Golan's still going to win off maybe in the trade if most of his spells land because for right now
he has blue, he has Chalice of Harmony.
He has Chalice of Harmony and
he's
right
not
now
punished so badly.
Yeah, Vladimir does not have his Hextech Revolver yet. And here we see again going to move in, the shield goes off and here he dodges the strike but
dodges that as well. Very nice, yeah.
So this is going to be overall quite exciting plays going off through the map. We can see on the top lane, Snowy being forced back quite a bit, not going for the early Chalice of Harmony actually, so he has been using up quite a bit of mana to sustain and heal up, but right now he's pushed himself back in quite well into the game. I would say he was one level apart from Monkeys in the beginning, and right now they are both almost at the same level, I believe. And so the itemization in terms of overall CS is just about the same. I think Monkey has been trying to be very, very aggressive. Here we're going to see a kill go on. So he jumped into the wrong direction. Not sure it was a mistake, but I think he wanted to jump closer to the brush.
By missing everything along the way.
Everything along the way right there. Not so well played by KLH. Overall, definitely could have been done better, I believe, in my opinion.
Somebody just commented, it's just like, who's the guy with the block nose? I think he's referring to me.
Oh, is it me?
No, I think it's me though. I do have some nasally effects when I do speak like over extended periods of time. But look at the amount of warding. If you could just show the vision of Manila Eagles right now.
Wait, before that, we're gonna say Skarner might steal the Wraith right there. A good job because they did have the ward right there. And let's take a look at the vision as you mentioned. So we can see right here, the top area is well warded. The bottom just the tri-bush, no wards at Dragon at all. And Skarner trying to charge in all to Gorgons with the double buff right there. Nothing much happening. And here we can see KLH actually has no more wards on the map.
The wards have all just expired, in fact.
It's all expired and just holding on to it. Haven't found the correct chance to plant it. We can see here, right here, Monkey's going to be very aggressive again against Noi right there with the Brutalizer.
Oh no.
Oh no, he misses the most important part of his skills and yes, he's going to be taken down.
Huzzah!
No, definitely a big no actually from me because damn it, Monkeys, come on, you were winning in the beginning.
So this is what happens because Millie is able to sustain better than Jace because of her heal. She's also able to dish out lots and lots of damage. And if things really do go bad, she can escape better than Jace. Jace needs to land all his skill shots to, make sure everything goes well. For those of you who are just tuning into on the Malaysian stream here, they have been asking why are we wearing these ridiculous costumes. It's for Halloween. And the whole reason why Teddy is in a pink dress with wings and a tiara and a feathery boa is to basically... It's a gift to one of the Singaporean casters who demanded a pink fairy Gragas costume, and that's to do that. And I decided to, join in on the fun and have full party 6. But it looks like this will be the third blue buff given to Goldens already, so he's He's just happy with his blue buff.
And we do see that Kaiko actually doing a very good job in controlling the opponent waves. Whenever he pushes the lane, after he gets a chance, he knows the wall, he sees everything, instantly just go aggressively to take off the waves.
Yeah, and if you look at the actual screen on the left-hand side, which is the KL Hunters where you see the live view there, if you see somebody standing behind him, that in fact is John Murray taking stuff up by Goldens. Oh my god, running away with a slither of health. What will he be able to do?
And they get the kill onto Kaiko with the blue buff, and the shield going off right there. They're going to chase on to Misery.
And the resonating strike does go off. No, in fact, they are opting to go back. They were so very close. Pushing them away, but...
Oh, but no, here we see the bind goes on to Misery right there. Oh, yes!
Nice. That was very brave, in fact.
Yes, now see 3-3 back to a tie, but the goal difference is still right there. You can see overall, in terms of the CS, is a bit different right there. Malay Eagles is still in a slight lead. And here we see again the poking going on at the bot lane, and just trying to win out both sides. You can see in terms of overall CS, Ezreal is just winning by a bit. Once again, the support CS is the same.
It's quite surprising that they actually are the same. Simply because I do believe they're very aggressive supports and somewhat similar playstyle. So they're both trading back and forth. And at times, because their spells, for instance, the Qs on both sides of them do affect the creeps, and it's not a single on-target hit. That's why they tend to get, like, these few extra bits of CS here and there.
Well, you can see right now, MLE is actually going to pull the lead for 50-minute mark, maybe onto 2k, slowly just stacking up on this CS lead, so to speak, overall. So we're going to see how well KLH responds to this, whether they're going to take down the early tower and then move on to earlier, not the early dragon, but the first dragon of the game to push them back up in terms of overall gold. It's going to be very exciting to see how well this plays off. But in terms of overall in the mid lane right now, Goldens is going to feel very comfortable. He has completed his Athene's Unholy Grail overall. Just take a look at the goal difference and scored the 2 kills. You can see he is almost about the same as Vladimir, but Vladimir instead keeping up the gold just by the overall CS and the wave steals he has taken, as well as GP5, which is generating extra 300 gold for him already. So yeah, so overall it's moving on quite slowly, I would say. Misery
got the plane
already, and we can see Ipion actually moving into the rush. The ward does spot him out, and here MLE is going to force to fall back just a bit more, not to be too aggressive.
It's quite interesting to note that it's at 15 minutes now. Baron is already up, but Dragon has not even been taken, not even attempted to be taken. And the turret does go down, and Nidalee will have free reign to go up there into Monkeys and do whatever he wants. It also is quite easy to note that many people are complaining that, oh, this Nidalee is bad. This is what I'm reading on the chats. But Nidalee was pretty low on mana, and the Chalice of Harmony can only heal up so much mana in time. Whereas Jace had so much extra mana, and that's why he could continuously harass Nidalee away.
It's like in the early stages, with all the Chalice of Harmony, in terms of trading, Jace will definitely win out.
Yep.
By times when it slowly transitions, once the Chalice of Harmony has been brought up, then Nidalee will be able to slowly sustain much better and trade his much well. As you can see just now, Nidalee was almost at full mana.
Oh, the kick does go off.
Kick coming off from Ipion's chase, but here we see the Sanguine Pool going off, and Vladimir might be saved. The laser for... Oh, it's actually down. The laser was used just now. Oh, the overall burst went off already. I was hoping for a laser to end it right there.
No, I'm pretty sure that would not have happened. But Braid, in fact, walking down and flashing across the wall, preventing from any sort of additional damage along the way. So it was great plays. Yeah. I mean, come on, Malay Eagles. Yesterday we showed a very impressive game against Singapore Sentinels.
That was also for the early game. So we shall see how well they do for today.
We shall see indeed. Choosing to use Skarner yesterday and today on Skarner as well. Skarner has been a huge presence, in fact, on the map, trying to go and gap onto the multiple lanes. So I do like the fact that Skarner is being used a lot. Now, if you look at Snoy is just, with the blue buff, with Chalice of Harmony, you will not see Nidalee losing out.
Yes, he's staying in the lane, no problem at all. And with us trade him with Monkeys, he has no problem sustaining and hitting back up. Here the mid lane trades are both based on transfusion and armor. You can see Monkeys actually going to dive in for the kill, pushing Snoy back as he was about to pounce in. Switch back to the human form. You can see again another dive going on. Ipion's and Goldens going to catch onto Kaigu, but Ipion's will not fall off. But Skarner comes in, will he be able to let him? Oh, wow, that
the last stick.
Really tight.
But look at Snoy, see, this is what he's doing. He's healing up along the way, he's trading off with Monkeys, and there's nothing much that Monkeys can do, especially since Nidalee's tower is still right there. If the escape needs to be done, she turn to Cougar form, pounce away, and just touch any sort of bush, gains the additional mobility, and it's going to work out in their favor. Now it looks like Manila Eagles is poised to take up a dragon. They don't see the weird ward placement there. I would say it's not really that weird. It was like...
what is theirs? But they did not see...
See?
one inside. I mean, you can't see it here. Okay, we can see it. Just give a quick look overview. You see, you can't really see it that well overall.
You don't see it, but for this, they do know if they are going to take the dragon. So, yeah, it's quite interesting to note that the blue buff will be coming up soon for the side of KL Hunters once again. And it looks like...
And I think much has been going on. No super aggressive plays overall. Both very safely farming, trying to push each other back and forth in the lanes. And only
if it's going to go to a farming game and it's going to drag on to like 40 minutes, what's going to happen is that I do believe it's going to go to the favor of Manila Eagles.
Not exactly so, but
that's my call.
That's your call. In terms of it will depend on how well they'll be able to perform their speed pushing, which wasn't shown yesterday. When you pick Nidali, the most important thing is the speed pushing. But if you look into how when it comes to the team fights, overall pokes, if they just stay there and just poke each other around, even though Sona is able to heal, but from the Jace poke, from Lux poking, from Zux spamming the ultimate maybe with the blue buff on, they're gonna just take up a lot of damage overall. So we're just gonna see how this plays out. You can see right there, he doesn't even care. Just using the ultimate to farm the creep so that Vladimir is not able to push too far.
Yep, and Skana's coming in there. Looks like Skana might go in for the Impale. In fact, the Impale does land. There is no Hemoplague when Golems are not going to escape from this. Bye-bye.
Yes, and right now after taking down Golems, they're going to move on to the Dragon.
At the bottom, Rebecca does go down.
Bye-bye might go down as well. He uses his flash and uses the arcade shift, but they're gonna fall back because they know that melee is coming in. We see Nidali coming in together, gonna pounce with Skarner, gonna pounce in soon. Nope, they're gonna fall back. The blue lands, and Snow is just dishing out tons of damage.
Half-life gone instantaneously. That was ridiculous.
But here they just need to drag out. You can see here Jace as well is pushing in. They do ping it, and right now we can see that right now only Snow is going back. It's going to be a bit too slow, and they're going to move on to the Dragon. And Jace just might be able to take off this tower as he has Ionian Boots. His cooldown overall for his abilities is very quick, and he
definitely will be able to bring it down. Now Nidalee will come back, but I don't believe it will be in time. The creeps are already attacking it, and, yep, the creeps will be able to clean it up before Nidalee even gets to go there. So that 2 towers now in the favor of Kuala Lumpur Hunters from the top lane, which was great. A slight trade-off to the dragon that was taken there, but I mean, 1 tower to 1 dragon, that's a basic math of gold being traded. Yeah. But what is also given now here is not only the extra experience that Dragon gave, but the extra map control that the top lane has now. Nidalee isn't able to run back to her towers and be safe any longer, and Jace can abuse this by being extra aggressive in conjunction with Lee Sin being around there. So all you need to do is ward up the enemy blue, and you should be able to do some interesting plays from there. So great job.
And not only that, we've seen that Zyra Hakani is forced to play very defensively with the items. He has used all his money to buy wards, and overall he hasn't gotten a single GP10. And here we see Sona with 2 GP10s up, both earning about 500 gold for her already, and here we see that Zyra just getting the first GP10 is going to be put off so far behind. And overall with the GP10s on the map, we see Skarner also having it, giving about almost 800. Oh, here we see a fight going on. Nope. Well, Ipiel's jumping to the walls. Wow, just nice as Snow jumps over
look
the
at
wall.
that guy.
The blind landing, a blind man again, slowing Snow down.
He will be able to heal it up, no problem. Yeah. Now, people are asking, do you think that it's unfair that Dawn is standing behind the team as they are playing? And a pause goes off. I'm not sure about what's happening there, but yeah.
Actually, I would say that's not Dawn. In my opinion, that's actually the manager, just a guy. Because Dawn is much taller.
Is it?
Yeah. And we see a pause going off, so would you like to go and take a look?
I technically can go take a look. You know what? I'll go.
Yes, I believe it is just a guy. And it's not Dom. Oh, wow. And normally Dom really does sit on the opposite side. He does it with his own area, so to speak. It's okay. If you just put it back to me, they want to see me in the sexy pink princess Gragas. And see? Yeah, see, in fact it is. I told you, it is just based on the height. You should know that it's just a guy. Because Domori is much taller and normally you can't even see half of his face. And also Domori normally just looks over the game from his own side and see what's happening from the streams, so that he does not affect the overall gameplay to be happening. I mean, he just sees and takes notes of mistakes being taken and overall how MLE is playing better. But overall, when it comes to the gaming, when the game starts, he doesn't say anything at all.
Yep. So basically, it is not Don Murray that's there. The game is being resumed right now. So it is the manager that's just behind there, overlooking things so that he's able to see a direct point of view. on what's happening, because this is played on a tournament realm and not on a normal server where he can, for instance, just spectate. But you can see actually a live sort of action of what's happening now. Snoip using the bushes to his advantage, the tall grass there, so that even if he is smacked away, he can turn into cougar form, pounce back, and then use the extra mobility from the brush.
But I do not really like the itemization of monkeys, I would say. I think instead of going for the Phage, he should just straight away went for the Bloodthirster. Like how most glass cannons case is being played.
Yep.
It increase the overall damage, and in terms of the trading, he will not lose out anymore. Even though Nidalee does have the heal, does have the lantern, but overall with the damage being placed out and the life still gaining back the health, it should be in his advantage overall. So we here see now Snoy getting the blue once again is just going to continuously stay up there at the top lane. Does not need to go.
He doesn't need to go anywhere, no.
Until maybe the dragon comes out in the next 4 minutes, but nope, he does not need to go anywhere else at all. So right now we see they're trying to maybe trying to set up a gang, but they're gonna fall back. They do see the ward does spot Misery right there. And, Jaeyoung and Hagane is forced to fall back, not going to be able to play too aggressive. And Lee Sin is coming into the fray, but the wards do see him right here, and they know that he is coming in as Skarner returns into the lane with the Oracle. And here we see actually Jaeyoung charging in. Not sure why Ezreal went in a bit too late. He got caught and they landed the kill onto him. The burst damage was right there.
The burst was very strong.
Sorry, I missed it because I wanted to see whether Misery and EPS will fire it out before the AD carries and supports.
And at the top lane now, Golden's being
all
pulled.
the damage.
Golden's being poked, but nothing much there. I like the fact that Manila Eagles is very, very strong in this. Now, even if it is 5-5 and the towers are equal, look at the goal difference. That's a 4,000 goal difference there. So that is going to help Manila Eagles out every little bit further. And just look at how fast Nidalee is clearing the creep wave.
It's how fast she is pushing. Especially if those of you that don't notice, the heal of Nidalee not only grants heal, it also grants attack speed and grants a lot of
it grants significant amounts out there, and it does actually help huge amounts, especially when it's pushing creep waves. Immediately, if she does use a heal turn into cougar form and start into her paw swipes, it's very fast.
Yes.
Very fast.
and painful.
Yeah.
But you see, for the AD itemization is in the favor of Ezreal with just a bit more CS and also the dragon money, so to speak, overall. And here we see, Hagane being caught out there by Skarner, instantly being taken down. Not the best positioning overall, but because you see MLE planted the ward right in the mid lane, so they know that everyone had fallen back and the Hagane was the only one left right there. And here we can see they're going to be very aggressive right now, going to take off the opponent blue buff. And you see Corki moving into position, going to be able to spot off something. Nope, they're going to be...
the binding does not land.
The binding does not land, and they're going to be forced to fall back from this.
I think what's interesting to note that on the side of KL Hunters, the shields from Lux is almost hitting every single target, as well as Hagane using Zyra. The snare is also hitting a lot of people almost every single time along the way, which is great. Really great on the side of KL Hunters.
But overall, they are not
farming.
But the problem is the farming and the GP5s, I would say.
Yep. It's all taking away and helping them so much now for the side of Manila Eagles.
That's why that's part of where the gold difference is coming. It's coming from those GP5s which just slowly stack up lots and lots of money for your team. And here we see trades going on, top being pushed, middle being pushed, and now Hagane and Jaeyoung moving back to the bottom lane to farm. Going to be a bit overextending. No, what's being
they don't really have all that many wards, but yeah, that's what they're doing now. They're planting wards along the sides to make sure that, you know, Jaeyoung can farm up there so that he is able to catch up itemization wise. Now we do see that Jaeyoung does only have a Trinity Force and Berserker Greaves, but on the side of Ezreal there we do see Trinity Force, Berserker Greaves and a BF Sword, but the BF Sword being brought up now by Jaeyoung, so, which means that itemize wise they are pretty much the same.
Not just almost the same, I would say. Just a bit of gold difference. So let's check it out from here. You can see
700 gold difference.
300 gold difference. Are you
No,
okay?
I mean the current goal he has to catch up in items.
Oh yeah. Okay, definitely. Yeah. So here we see, right now, MLE with the wards and the oracles on Skarner not even being destroyed or taken away from him. They're just playing so aggressive overall throughout the whole map. And right now the second dragon is out, and here it's going to be a free dragon for MLE.
Yep. In fact, it is going to be. The Resonating Strike is a little bit slow. The bindings does go off though.
Oh, the Zyra binding is a bit too far. He was a bit afraid to move too close, but here is going to be the choice opportunity to dive in, because Nidali is at top pushing, and here's going to be a 4v5 fight, and the gates go for the Crescendo goes up, and Epios is coming back to defend himself, but it's going to fall by... No, he doesn't get hit by Hero Blade, it's going to be fine, but Bucket is being taken off by Kaigu, and here we see all the action going off, but no kills for KL Hunters, and it's wasted, and here the training hits, they did not get anything, and here Nidali is going to tank the tower hits, as he's going to take off the tower very quickly.
Just like a boss.
Yes, just like a boss.
Just like a boss, though, in what happened there was that Kuala Lumpur Hunters were not in position. It was great for Sona for the side of Manila Eagles because she could land Crescendo and lock 4 people out instantaneously. And that actually went into a huge amount of favor for them. Now, Vladimir put down his ultimate, his Hemo Plague, and immediately it assisted them so much better there in dealing all this additional damage. Now, it looks like KL Hunters is going to go for VYY. The initial phase proc does go off.
It's going to be caught off right here. Yes, VYY flashes over the wall, very good. The bind misses by juking. Unable to run away from the bind of Lux from Goldens. And yes, this is something they need. It's just a slight advantage somewhere. And right now, one player has been taken down, and they should opt to push a lane. But
they should opt to push a lane, but whether they will be able to actually take out a lane or not, I don't think so. Because they don't want to get caught overextended, especially with a little bit of low health. Especially with your mana being about half overall. And that's why Jeong went.
This is the wards right now for MLE. Just spotting.
Just look at MLE's wards on top.
Yes, and here we see for KLH side is being very.
It's very minimalistic.
Very minimalistic. Yeah.
Very minimalistic. So I don't know whether it's all that great or not. So yeah.
But right now, this tower is just going to help push them up just by a bit more. It is the 4-4 towers, 2 dragons going on to MLE, 1 kill hit, but overall the goal difference right now, it's almost 10k, it's 8k right there. Very good job done by MLE.
Come on, MLE, you know I'm supporting you. Let me get like a clean sweep
Did you bribe, KLH?
No, I did not bribe KLH. I see potential in teams.
That's a total lie.
The Ducky whispered to me and Ducky told me.
And here we can see, overall this game is very slow moving, I would say. We see some gangs, some fights happening overall, but no kills going on overall. But it's still a fantastic game being played out by both teams, being defensive.
It's going to come down to 2 major fights, and then it will end.
I would say it might not even come off to a major fight. It might just come off to speed pushing all the way like a boss.
No, I do believe it will actually come down to one of the major fights out there.
It might not be a full 5v fight to start, 5v5 fight to start with. KLH right now has to go on to defensive because the full
great job there.
Golden's going to be taken off. No, the Crescendo. Yes, it's going to be taken off. But here, nearly coming from the side, going to pick off.
Great job.
But nope. The help of Jace is going to be able to fall back, but right now with all the movement speed buffs and here,
Monkeys does go down at the same time. Now they're going to
Hagani is going to be taken down, and right now going to move on to Ipions. This might be an ace, though Jeong is able to run away from this.
Free Baron.
Yes. I mean, they can either opt to do the Baron or they can actually push in.
They will do the Baron,
in fact. Go for the Baron.
I don't see why not win the Baron. VYY does have the red buff. Vladimir is there who can sustain. Misery is coming back out now to deal additional damage. In fact, he is putting on his crystal exoskeleton so they can reach there just a little bit faster. And because Lux is not alive, she cannot use her final spark, which is her ultimate, to possibly steal Baron, even though they had the ward there. So, free Baron to Manila Eagles. The goal difference now is 11,000 in their favor. The team that I'm supporting, go Manila Eagles, make Teddy get punished. Yeah.
The lies.
No.
So, this is gonna be, well, very hard for KLH to come back right now, especially. Not just because of overall the performance of everything, but still because of the Baron buff being taken. The objective side, MLE Eagles, is being much more successful. And let's just take a look. We did mention the CC side, there's only 2 CCs for MLE Eagles, the main CCs, which is actually Skarner's ultimate as well as Rebenga's ultimate. But overall, on the side of KLH, it's almost about the same in terms of the amount of CC that is far range, but the problem is, will it hit?
Yeah, it's all about landing it that's happening, and yeah, people are annoyed that Lux ultis got changed because nobody could pronounce it before. Finalis Falcon, okay,
it's gonna be Super Ultimate Rainbow Spark.
Is that your next cosplay outfit?
Anyway, here we're gonna see overall, right now finally getting Orcus, Hagani getting one of it, but Not the best choice in my opinion, because he is getting taken down and burst down very quickly and easily overall. Right now, KLH really just needs to find a way to pick off someone, but it's going to be very hard. Nidali does have the high mobility. Skarner also with the high mobility. Sona just giving everyone mobility to run away when it's needed.
It's all
gonna
about
be very
mobility.
hard. Yes, overall mobility. But at the same time, I mean, KLH does have it, but still, if they do engage, it needs to be for them to catch up 1 or 2 members. It cannot be a 5v5 fight right now, as MLE does have the Baron buff.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
overall,
they're going to dominate it. And look at that.
It's ruining them, taking them off all over the place.
Indeed.
And we can see, wow, actually Jaeyoung going to be more aggressive, going to opt for more damage output. He actually goes for an Infinity Age instead of going for a Bloodthirster for more sustain. He sees that they are losing out in overall damage output when the fight does happen, and has opted to change his itemization by quite a bit. So just going to see how well this plays off.
But what I was mentioning before is that Nidalee is still continuing to push up top. She has a rather huge creep wave with her, and at the same time at the bottom, VYY, not a chance, Monkey, not a chance.
Not so sure what Monkeys was doing right there. He got caught, but it was on purpose. I think he thought he could. He thought he could run through the base run through into the base with his acceleration gate, but he's not a tanky Jace. He's a glass cannon.
A glass cannon, and his glass just got smashed.
Yeah, his glass just got smashed.
It's 12-6. Come on, Manila Eagles, start poking away at the towers. That's what you're doing. That's what Lily is doing on top. And the moment everybody else responds to the top, the bottom is going to start pushing as well. Oh, the tower's just about to go down. Will the tower go down?
Oh, here goes the Skarner.
Come on, hit the tower.
Yes, if he has run away. It must not be enough. But the tower does go off as well. Here we see bottom. They're pushing in as well. But Sona without ulti, but it's not going to be enough right there. Nothing is going to happen. They're going to be forced to heal up. And right now they're going to take down 2 inhibitors in the base simultaneously.
They're going to go for the middle definitely immediately after this. Now we do have the creep wave coming in. There's no problem with Vladimir. Tides of Blood with the additional power called Hymn of Valor coming out for Sona at the same time. Now, the moment they push back the top, the mid is going to be shoved as well, which is exactly what we're seeing now happen. And I don't know if KL Hunters can actually do this. If they need to engage they need to commit onto a team fight.
Yes.
And if they don't do it, their towers and the inhibitors will just disappear bit by bit.
Not only to commit, but commit and win. But we can see here MLE is going to fall back and going to go back and buy up items. We can see right now the gold they're holding on hand with Vladimir holding 3,000 gold, Ezreal 2,000, and Nidalee and Skarner also almost hitting 2,000, just a bit away.
I mean, they're going to go now straight away for the dragon at the same time, so there's additional gold being brought out there. So I like the fact that they're taking objectives every single place. They're going to teleport back, buy items, and they're going to move back now. It's going to be pretty interesting to see that for Vladimir, he will definitely finish his Revenant's Death Cap. He has Zonia at the same time, Abyssal Scepter giving additional amounts of damage there. VYY buying up almost a Guardian Angel, just a little bit more short about it. And oh, I love this item on Nidalee, Guinsu's Rage Blade with that 8 stacks on it. It's going to be devastating.
Unstoppable. Increasing the heal, the skill damage, and overall damage in Kuga form as well. Kuga form, most of the damage for 2 of the skills are actually AP ratio. Only one of it is the AD ratio. But the AD ratio is very high. So, it's going to see how well KLH can, whether they can be able to bring themselves up from this. To be honest, position.
If you think, the question is, do you think they can actually make a comeback here? And in my opinion,
here there goes the Impales right going on to Jaeyoung. Jaeyoung being caught off. Crescendo goes off. Is he taking the AD carry down? And here Zyra's ulti is a bit too slow. Just stuns them, but here we see Kaigu being a boss, just charging, flashing, going to take off the kill. And what? Misery has left the game. I think there goes the disconnection, but it does not matter. Here we see MLE is going to end it off, even though they do have a member who is DC, and here Kaigu using the Zhonya's, but still going to be taken off.
has left the game as well. What's happening here?
There seems to be a connection problem, but
all the super minions are basically going to end it. They don't care about anything. Everybody leave the game. They are going to end it. This is what's happening. In the end, it's a 3v5. Oh, the reconnection does come back, so it did end with a 4v5. Wow, this match, this ending. What? And in fact, you are a little bit sexy. Your sleeves are falling off.
See, you're doing a bad job today. You don't put on my dress for me.
Oh my god. Congratulations, Manila Eagles. It's the teams that I'm supporting that are winning along the way, so that's great job there. People are saying that, yeah, Manila Eagles can win the 3v5. No, in fact, I do think so. They had some disconnection issue and they had to leave the game, that's why. But let's go and see the score screen right now to see how everything ended in total. And we do see, I really like the last item that Needly bought, which was the Rage Blade. It would definitely help out so much more. The fact that she was so tanky, she had so much of damage from the Trinity Force, the Merc threats that were already there, so that was huge amounts of damage that could be having. Now, we do see that Jace went for the glass kind of build, not tanky whatsoever, and in total only 9.6k gold, so a little there, considering the fact that he had 263 CS. It would have been great if Jace had bought, I don't know, a Frozen Mallet a little bit earlier instead of rushing for Bloodthirsters initially. He would have helped out a little bit, be more tanky.
Now, in terms of his lane, if he got the Brutalizer and Bloodthirster first and he just focused on his lane, I would say he'd be able to trade very much better with Nidalee. But because he got the Phage first, he did slow down the item build of getting. He did stop there, you know.
By the time he had the Phage and Brutalizer, he bought the BR sword, and that's when he already had taken out the 2 towers. So there's nothing much else he could have done in the lane per se. So I think that the moment that had happened, he should have gotten for the Frozen Mallet and transitioned into the super late game where he needed to be really, really tanky out there. So yeah. I don't know about that, so yeah.
So here we can see overall, Olgun's the only one being able to get the QSS right there, being afraid of the Scarlet overall CC being dished out. And this match was very well played by MLE. They pulled off the strategy this time without fail, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, this time they definitely pulled it out much better. Zara was able to dominate top more, and people are asking, have I found you a girlfriend? The answer is no.
Very funny. Anyway, so like as you can mention, and also this game, just to mention lastly, some people did mention, I saw in the IRC chat are saying that, you know, KLH, are they like, you know, maybe for this game they're just throwing it around, they're not doing so well overall, you know, it's because I believe that, well, maybe the break period they're just trying to try something different, and this is a very high poke composition, I would say, and they did not reach the stage where they were able to utilize it at all.
Yes.